Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to today's episode of Disappointed Dragon. So I've started doing videos again a little bit more regularly for, well, a couple of reasons, but one particular reason was so that I could keep the moral high ground. A friend and I are currently working our way through a Let's Play of Dragonquest 11, and when I started to give him a little bit of guff about how inconsistent his uploads have been, he called me out for my lack of episodes in several years. So in order for me to keep the high ground and be able to continue to bother him when he doesn't upload, at least until we're finished with that Let's Play, I'll be uploading some videos. And for this reason, I've gone out and purchased a number of blind bags and mystery packages. If I remember, I'll try to put a link in the description about the Let's Play as well. So today we're going to start with one that I found interesting. It was actually the only one I saw at my local dollar store that looked any good. And that would be these Dino Strike surprise balls. Now these were $4 each Canadian, which is like nothing compared to the rest of the world. But here in Canada, that's a lot for a blind bag, especially for something that doesn't have a license. So I'm hoping for good things. It says unbox and battle surprise dinos. 13 dinos to collect. It's got the small child warning for choking, so don't eat it. As one of the YouTubers I like would say, the not to 3 sad onion. Although he hasn't said that in probably 3 or 4 years, to be fair. And of course French, and I think that's Spanish, which is kind of odd, because we usually here in Canada you have to have French and English, and I'm guessing that's so that they can release it overseas. But it's got this cool looking dinosaur on it. It's a little hefty, so I'm expecting it to have some stuff. It sounds like it got a lot of pieces, and I'm pretty excited. Being a 90s kid, I've always really liked dinosaurs, especially like dinosaurs with giant cannons and such. So I'm expecting good things. And actually, this really reminded me of something from my childhood back in the 90s that I really liked, which was Extreme Dinosaurs, which if you don't know what that is, which most people probably don't, it was a spin-off of a spin-off. So it was characters that had appeared in an episode of something called Street Sharks, which was a spin-off series trying to get a little bit of momentum from the popularity of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it was really cool. They had these really nice toys for Street Sharks. They were these, pardon me, solid rubber and plastic toys with like basically they were teenagers with a shark head and like little tiny legs, and they were super over muscled, and they usually had some kind of like gimmick where you could like pull their arm back and they'd punch and things like that. And my brother, being as cool as he is, picked me up actually a Extreme Dinosaur toy for a past birthday. Now they haven't had toys like this in forever, and you can see that it's quite ridiculous. It's got a humongous head. He's got the mighty muscles, but he is a chunky thing. Like, he is quite heavy. And you just don't get toys like this anymore. I'm actually a little bit upset with myself because I used to have a Street Shark as well, which I'd love to show you. However, I gave it to a friend's nephew because he didn't have any really great toys at the time. And you just can't break them because they're hard rubber, like hard rubber and hard plastic, and they're solid. Like these were toys back in the day that were solid. And I loved this. I think we still have at my parents' house the VHS of the first couple episodes of the show. Probably awful. Haven't watched it since I was like 12, but I think that I'd still enjoy it now with the nostalgia glasses. And I've actually been looking for more of these toys, but they're all going for like $100 each these days because they're so old and hard to get. But this is what I'm expecting. Let's see what I get. Alright, so I've got my knife here to try to open this ball without hurting myself. Trying to do this on camera as well. It's a little bit harder for me to see through the viewfinder. I finally got an actual tripod here so that I can do the videos instead of like on that last video where I was using this weird wibbly thing. It's not going to work. I'm going to need a little bit more of a slit, I think. It's that weird plastic, that like shrink wrap plastic that's kind of like, it's hard to explain, but it's kind of brittle is the best way to put it. It's not like sellotape, which is infinitely stretchy. This stuff doesn't really stretch, it just tears. There we go. Oh, that's some horrible noises. Oh! Oh, what the heck? It's like a weird orange thing. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. Sorry guys, bear with me. This is a little bit harder to open than I had thought. I'm just gonna take it off camera for a sec. Oh, I see. There's more plastic on it still. Give me a moment. We've actually got 2 of these. We just wasted $8 on these things. So how have you all been? Fantastic? Bored sitting inside? As I pander for time? Okay. It seems that it just opens like an egg. Okay, that's very strange. And it's actually individually packaged again. Oh boy, what is this? Okay, well, we're opening up one section at a time. Oh! Okay, so you can't really see that, but look, here's the legs. So it's obviously some kind of skeleton dino. It's a lot bigger than I had thought. This is such a weird concept. It's like an egg that opens up with each individual part having more stuff in it. Oh, okay. It's attached. Okay. So here's the gun. Alright, it's got a little bit of oomph. The plastic, it's not great so far. It's not awful. It's not awful. I'm still waiting for the $4 worthwhileness of this thing. Alright, so there's some more bits. There's his head. Molding's not too bad. Oh dear. This thing is actually kind of obscene. Alright, so that's what the armor is. And is this the instructions? Yes, it is. Alright, so now we've got all the bits out. Let's take a look at the instructions here. Oh, here we go. So these will be all the dinos we can get. There's a raptor, a pterosaur, velociraptor, excuse me. Velociraptor X, the rhinoceros, stegosaurus, triceratops, triceratops skeleton, ankylosaur, Stygimoloch. Where's the one that we got? Am I missing it? Oh, there we go. Plesiosaur, ankylosaur, Tyrannosaurus skeleton. That's the one we got. Spinosaurus skeleton. Do they have, like, rarities or anything? Not that I can see. Okay, well, there's that. Now, there is instructions, but we don't need these. We're an adult. That means we're intelligent and can build things without looking at instructions. I'm setting myself up for failure here. I'm probably not going to be able to figure this out. Okay, so, sorry, I'll try to do this on the camera here. So, as much as I love skeleton dinosaurs, as you can actually kind of sort of see in the back there, I've got the Lego skeleton set for the dinosaurs. I'm not sure how I feel about a skeleton toy at this quality level, because the plastic, it's kind of a weird rubber. Oh yeah, see, like his jaw has already come apart because it's this weird rubber, but it's like rubberized plastic that has a little bit too much squoosh, so it doesn't really feel like it's gonna stick together very well. And actually, you can see he's got a little tiny arm on there. It's not fantastic. The quality isn't awful, as I said earlier, but I'm also not super impressed with it so far. Sorry, I'm trying to build this on the viewfinder. I wasn't expecting the dinosaur to be in bits, so... Oh, well, I've already messed up. There you go. Who needs instructions? Apparently you do, Nathaniel. Well, you know. You know. Sorry, I'm doing it again. Okay, so these bits go together like this. Come saw. Stealing all of my lines from other YouTubers. Ha 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 ha. How does this... come on. Need the strength of 10 men. Bear with me for a moment. I only have the strength of one small man. None of that strength is in my fingers. Ugh. Oh, he's falling apart already. Come on, Dino. There's no reason to be like this. I know you've been dead for millions of years and all that, but... Oh, okay. Well, that's weird. He goes together. Alternating holes. Oh, I see. When you put it together in the wrong order, it doesn't go together as well. Battle helmet. So it's weird because it also has ball joints. It's kind of hard for you guys to see that, but it does have ball joints for the legs and for the head and for the tail. But the one for the tail, which is actually, I guess, for his waist, it's so tight that all it really does is rotate. And I just don't see how you can do much with it. So... there he is as a dinosaur. Actually, take his helmet off that I've already put on. There he is as a T-Rex skeleton. I mean, the molding is nice. Like, it does look like a T-Rex skeleton, so that's cool. And it's got, like, an articulating jaw, which comes off at the drop of a hat. And it has a ball joint right here, but it gives you a little bit of movement, so you can like move his torso back and forth, but not really much in the way of up and down or anything, because it's really tight in there. Arms are, of course, molded on. They don't do anything. His legs do have a ball joint as well, but it's so stiff and like tight in there that you can't really do much with it. Does he stand on his own? Yes, he does. All right, now let's give him his armor. So it looks like... bear with me, folks. I don't actually have any idea how his armor goes on. Sorry, it's just silence at the moment because I'm trying really hard to figure out how this is supposed to clip on, and unfortunately I don't actually see a way for it to clip on. Like, unless it... Oh, well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna consult the instructions. I know. We're declaring defeat. The dinosaurs have beaten us. But we're gonna look at the instructions, because I, for the life of me, cannot figure out how this is supposed to go on. Apparently, it's supposed to peg on, like, here. Like this. To his back somehow, but... Oh, okay, it kind of does, but it really looks weird when it sits on there, but okay, right, fine. The gun pegs onto the back there, and then he gets his dino skull. So there we go with our first one, Skeleton Tyrannosaurus. He doesn't even have a fancy name. I mean, for $4, it's nice. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. The molding is fine. The plastic is fine. There's nothing really wrong with it. This weird little orange egg that it came in is kind of a nifty idea that I feel like added to the price point for no real reason. Like, it's a lot of extra plastic I've got to throw out now because I had to peel it off of each individual segment. But I don't know. I think I would have been happier at like $3. Let's see if we can actually get like one of the normal dinosaurs in this one. Oh, and you know, I've just noticed there's a convenient tear tab here to make it easier to open that I completely ignored on the last one. Let's see if we get one of the normal dinosaurs, because I feel like they'll be more structurally sound than the skeleton ones, because... Oh man, that was 1,000 times easier. Oh boy. Jeez. Let's see if we can get one of the normal dinosaurs, because I have a feeling that the normal dinosaurs will be a lot more structurally sound, because even though there is an easy tear on this one as well, but I've already screwed it up. Oh, no, jiggled the camera, it's all over. Professional cameraman I ain't. Sorry, it's just so hard to do this with my hands in front of the camera. I'm just going to do it off camera. There we go. Okay, so you peel off this top part. And it opens like an egg. Because as much as I like skeleton dinosaurs, the toys of them are always so difficult because they're so spindly and not very structurally sound. Okay, so what have we got? Let's see if we can guess what it is just based off the helmet. So it's something with a smaller head, so it's a raptor or something. I'm guessing the plesiosaur, so the Loch Ness type deal. But let's see. Not a skeleton, at least. You need the strength of an adult to open these things. Oh, it's got double blasters. Double blasters, so it's something with the shoulder cannons. And I can't remember, but there was a raptor with shoulder captains. Shoulder captains? Shoulder cannons. So, I'm guessing raptor. Oh, and it would seem that I am at least close, because here we've got the body and the legs. So it's not something that swims. You know what, I'm actually just going to put the legs on right now. Because I know that that's where they go. Come on. Ugh. That's where you belong. This is where you belong. Ah, satisfying snap. That one didn't want to satisfyingly snap. Okay. Legs. Next. Okay. Oh dear. I've dropped his arm. I've lost it. It's gone. Okay, I actually have no idea what dinosaur this is. I'll show you in a second. I'm just going to open all of them while I'm at it, and we'll go from there. Okay, there you go. So this doesn't look like a raptor. It's got a beak. Oh, come on. Again, the sculpting is fine. I could have used a little bit more paint. You can see he's got a little beak thing there, but it's not colored at all. I mean, for something this size, I guess that's fine. Let's put it together first, and then I'll take a look at the collector's sheet to see which dinosaur this is. But it's got like molded fur on its back, if you can see that. It's got like a molded fuzz. Oh, you need the strength of 17 adults to put these ball joints together, and I have but the weak strength of a toddler who never had a single drop of milk in their life. Oh, man, I'm trying to get his arms on, and they are just, oh. I love his giant claws. Ah! Ah! He's going to slash you to death. All right, enough of that. All right, well, actually, let's take a quick look at his dinosaur form before I put his battle armor on. It's not really a recognizable dinosaur for kids, so I feel like when people get this, they're going to be like, what dinosaur is that? I wanted a T-Rex or a Velociraptor. But, like, I'm kind of digging it. Like, I really do love his giant claws. They're humongous. And again, he has ball joints for his arms, but they're so tight on there and they don't fit very well. So all you can do is up and down. And you can see that's actually got a gap there. And I tried to snap that on, but that's as good as it gets. There was also a ball joint for his head, but again, just gives you a swivel. His legs are actually just on a mushroom peg swivel. That, again, doesn't go on very well. But, like, it's not bad. The painting that it has, which is very limited, is not, like, awful. The sculpting is quite nice, and it's got this extra armor for battling. So I think, again, we're not going to consult the instructions at all because, you know, why would we do that? Yeah, I'm going to say that that's how that goes on. It's like a shoulder pauldron. And actually, where did his big old guns go? Oh, they're there. He's got giant cannons. Oh ho ho, look at those things. Those are the cannons right there. It's got kind of a... Oh! I was trying to lock his shoulders in place and accidentally fired that bolt. That's gone forever. Alright. When flying over my shoulders, it's got a little bit more get up and go than the T-Rex did. Alright. Well, we'll take that out so you can kind of just see. You know what? It actually does look pretty cool with those cannons on. I mean, they're not really that posable, and I was actually kind of hoping for a little bit more out of them, because they're actually quite... Let's see, now they're not even wanting to stand anymore. They don't fit together super well. The build quality's not fantastic, but I mean, they're nice little things. And I think for a kid who is like 9 or 10, who likes dinosaurs, this is a pretty nifty thing to have in the battling. But anyone younger than that, they're going to have a hard time putting it together. The bits don't go together very well. You need a lot of force to put the ball joints together, at least on like these ones. And they're going to fall apart. They're going to fall apart a lot, especially if you get like one of the skeleton dinosaurs one, which as a kid, that's going to be the one that you're going to want, right? Because skeleton dinosaurs, those things are freaking cool. And I've knocked the table and killed them both. As something that sits on your shelf, you know, I think that they're quite nice, but that's not what kids are going to want, right? That's something like a big man baby like me is going to want. Something to put on the shelf, something that looks really cool. I found the beam, by the way. That's what I was shaking the table for, was to get the blaster effect. But I mean, these are something that I'll probably stick on the shelf of interesting items for a short period of time, and then I'm probably just going to throw them out, because I mean, they're pretty cool, but they're not neat enough that I think that they deserve a permanent place in like my collection. I think that they're fine. I think if they were like $2, that'd be a little bit better. If the build quality was a little bit nicer, I would definitely be okay with the $4. But no, I think for this one, you see them on the shelf, you get your kid a different blind bag. They are not on the level of this boy here. Ah. And actually, I can't actually remember what his name was at the time. I think his name was probably something... his name was just Rex, wasn't it? Tyrone, maybe? I have no idea. Anyways, he's already knocked over the skeleton dinosaur. So that'll do it for this episode. I've got a whole bunch more blind bags in the back. I'm going to try to film and I'll put them up as they come in. I've got some old throwbacks to a few of my earlier openings. I've got a bunch of those Thomas the Tank Engine blind bags because I keep on making new series of those, and I'm quite excited to open those because those are always good quality. I've got some Playmobil, I've got some Disney, I've got everything. And actually, before I forget, I've actually looked up in the instructions what dinosaur he is, and he is the Theriznosaurus. So there you go. Everyone's favorite dinosaur, the Theriznosaurus. Definitely in my top 100 dinosaurs. Alright, that's it for this episode. Please join us for the next time. Remember, do not spend your money on blind bags. I am compulsive and I will do it for you. Alright, everybody, stay safe out there. Bye-bye.